Welcome, Cancer. This is your weekly focus, March the 25th through to the 31st. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Let's turn right to the cards, shall we? Okay, what do we have for you? We have the Four of Swords. Now, this has been a popular card already. Seems to be a frequent flyer. This is about rest, recuperation, relaxation, taking time for yourself. I almost get a sense that you're creating maybe a peaceful home environment for yourself, or somewhere where you feel well, or you're prioritizing self care this week, your emotional well being. Watch your health, take care of you, pamper you. Okay, especially we're having a lunar eclipse this week. That can drain your energy, that can make you unmotivated. Don't punish yourself for that, just allow it to be. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is one that, well, first of all, we're thankful for the path that we are on, the path that we've come through, because it's given us wisdom, it's given us knowledge, it's molded us into the people we are today. But more importantly, we're giving gratitude for what we have in our life, what we have to work with, our safe passage to this point. But the last part of this card is really asking for having that conversation, that dialogue with God, your angels, your guides, source, the universe. Asking for wisdom to come in, clarity to come in, a straight path to be available, love to come in, the expansion of your joys, your happiness, a straight path to walk. And we have the Six of Swords. This is a time when, we need to push ourselves into uncharted water a little bit. We need to explore where we haven't before. We need to, go forward in some way. And maybe we are already doing that. It is the third card. So chances are we are looking at, where do we want to go forward? Where do we want to explore? What new experiences do we want to invite into our life? When it comes to work and career, look at this, the Ace of Wands. We are looking at that balance. We want to bring in that balance, that feeling of peace of mind, that we are safe, that we are secure, that we have what it takes, that there's kind of a balance to our world, that we're not working too much and depriving other areas of our life, or we're not, so involved with something in the community that we're not paying attention to anything else, or maybe it's one person that's taking our focus. And what's taking us out of the game is what I'm hearing. What is taking you out of the game and not allowing you to be present in the moment? And understanding, how to work through those limitations so that you do have a strength. You do have, a solid foundation on which to build from. We have the Nine of Wands. You're contemplating. I think there's new roads is opening up to you, or you have ideas about these new roads. Maybe you haven't a calling to it. You're being called to it, or it just keeps popping up in your feed, the same thing that you have a passion for, calling you to explore it a little bit more, to figure out the dynamics of it, to figure out if you can step into those dynamics. I think you have what it takes to step into this new path, but it's going to take a courage. It's going to take a strength. You definitely have to have a passion. This is about, essentially, you're asking yourself if you have what it takes to go forward. You do have what it takes, because the proof lays behind you with the paths that you have already walked, and those straight ones that stand behind you with the full growth. And there's your new path. You're holding it. It's stubby. It's twisted. There's no growth on it at all. You're like, and you're wearing white, so that is new beginnings. But you're also wearing red, so it's going to take a courage. It's going to take, more than just having to show up. It's going to take like a passion to really push this into the arena that you want it to be in. We have the Two of Cups, so this could be new partnerships, new. This could be new ideas too. This is new beginnings, new ideas, new ways to go forward. This is like a new world opening up to you, if you dare to choose it, if you dare to step into it. This is new partnerships. Could be, you have a side business. This could be a new boss. There could be new co-workers involved because you just got that promotion. The situation doesn't serve you. Release the attachment to the outcome, considering taking a more uplifting approach. I kind of get like you're stepping away from these things, that you are looking for the harmony to be in also creating that prosperity, that abundance. So I don't think abundance and prosperity, it is about money, but it's also about feeling that sense of safety, security, well-being. I think all those things are just as important to you. So if something's not going well, then put on the brakes. Understand why it's not going well. Are you just trying to push too hard into things that aren't ready to be opened in your life yet? Are you going down the wrong road? Do you need to change lanes? Do you need to put your direction, your energy on something different, something new? Because I think really something different and something new is kind of around the corner for you, if you're willing, if you're daring enough. The Moon card, the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. So really, this card is just validating what we've already talked about here, that there is an opportunity to improve your plans, to step forward, to maybe not have to work as hard but be able to work smarter. That could be something else that comes into play here. Okay, and listen to your intuition. Absolutely. I think your intuition is like extreme this week. So tap into it. Absolutely. And then we have the wheel, new beginnings, ends of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. Okay, so you're definitely on the right path. You're definitely going forward towards something great and wonderful. I think there is some things that we need to release, to let go, in order to really be able to step into that path with a dynamic approach. But it's there, and you know it's there, and you can start planning for it being there full time if you want. In relationships, we have the Magician. So what do you want out of certain relationships in your life? Well, how do you need that relationship to present itself? Do you need them as a travel buddy? Do you need them as, somebody to just be able to vent with? Are they like-minded? Can you bounce ideas off of each other and grow each other stronger because of it? Do you have people that protect you, that are willing to stand next to you? Like what do you really want to see when it comes to your relationships, and where do you see them going, and how can you deepen that relationship, and do you want to deepen that relationship, and what relationships maybe needs a little bit of space? Maybe they've been, for whatever reason, I could go into the list. We won't go into the list. But I think there is one or two relationships where you need to put a little bit of space right now, and put the energy on some of those relationships that you truly want to grow and bring the magic into. The Seven of Swords. I wouldn't be overly trusting with some people in my life. There's one person that especially is maybe meaning some kind of harm to you, and this person is probably close to you. Maybe they're bad mouthing you. Maybe they're trying to tear you down. Maybe they're trying to steal your ideas and take them to the boss so that they can look special. Whatever it might be. This is also understanding what you truly need in order to grow that relationship, so that you are not putting extra energy and time and focus into it when it's something else completely different that is needed in order to grow that relationship. And maybe it is separation, maybe it is time, maybe it is taking a little bit of a trip together and getting to know each other on a deeper level. Maybe it is time for that commitment to that expanded path. Maybe it is time to reignite that relationship. and the Wheel of Fortune. So, especially if you've been having a hard time within at least one of your relationships, your close relationships, this could be a spouse, significant other, it could be a child, it could be a parent, it could be a best friend, it could be somebody that is dear to your heart, maybe a co-worker. But this energy is getting easier now. It's also a time to, I would fantasize a little bit on some of my relationships if I were you, to grow them with a beauty, with a love, to see how we could expand it even stronger, how we could grow that relationship deeper, how we could be more present, how we could be more present, or how we could entice them to be more present in our lives. Okay, but I really get this as a sense of when we nurture our relationships, when we wish for the best in the relationships, that's exactly what you're going to see going forward, is the best in your relationships. So it is about nurturing the relationship. I think, let's pull a card here, worth waiting for. Yeah, divine timing is at work in your love life. So maybe you're hoping to meet somebody. Well, maybe, just maybe, divine timing. Okay? You ever think that it's not the work that you have to do, but the work they have to do in order to prepare to meet you? Okay, so it might be them actually holding things up, not you at all. So, in its own divine timing, just breathe. Worth waiting for. I see where you're looking at certain relationships and how to grow them stronger, deeper, and yeah, they're worth waiting for. They're worth working towards. Relationships take work. They just don't. And maybe they start that way, but after a while, we both have to show up and we both have to put in the work in order to grow that relationship to the deepest levels possible. Okay, let's look at our personal development for the week. We have the Eight of Cups. We know we may have to walk away from some things in order to step into some new things. That is just part of life, isn't it? Things change priority, they change in the way they affect us in our life. Some things need to stay behind even when we do enjoy them, or it's over you, or it has served its purpose. We no longer need it in our life. It's very much like leaving home for the first time. We don't need our parents' support anymore. It was nice having, but now it's time to be independent, and so that relationship changes in some way, and we change because of that. We have the Nine of Pentacles. It's definitely a time for you to go forward. You have advanced to a point where you have done everything on your path that is needed to be done. It's time to go to an elevated path. It's time to look for those new beginnings, create those new beginnings. Follow your intuition under this kind of energy. Absolutely. Take some time for introspection. It'll be well worth it. Okay? The Two of Swords, there could be a decision that needs to be made. You will find that decision within you. So introspection, once again, comes up. We won't find the answers in the external world. We need to look within. That is why we're blindfolded here. We are also wearing red. So it takes some kind of bravery or courage in order to make this decision. Make this decision with the truth standing behind it, so it's strong, so it's true. We have the Dolphin. Don't worry, be happy. Okay, so don't let worry take you away. Definitely don't get sucked into drama this week. Don't step into and start working towards somebody else's agenda. Look at your personal world this week. Good fortune, invite the magic in. And I think that's all you really need to do is invite the magic in, and it'll be there for you. There's a lot of wonderful energy here saying that you can move forward in some marvelous ways, to see some paths that open up, to understand some dynamics that can be created in your world. And we have enlightenment, pursue spiritual growth. So stepping more into a spiritual practice, whatever that may mean for you. You might design your own altar. You might get a couple of crystals. You might spend some time in prayer, in meditation, and just deep breathing. Maybe it's connecting with your higher self through meditation. Whatever that means for you, okay? To make sure it's a daily part of your routine. Whether it's the morning, the afternoon, the evening, but set aside some time. a time that you can revisit each and every day. When you start working on a new spiritual practice of any kind, you should always do it at a certain time frame each and every day, and hopefully in the same environment each and every day. And what that does is it just kind of, kind of sends all the flags up saying, okay, we're starting this process now. And so we can tap into that energy a lot easier when we are making it kind of repetitious in certain aspects, okay, to gain its strength, so that you don't even have to think about it. One day you can just do it anywhere at any time, and it has the same kind of strength come into your world. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.